All of that is getting ready to happen. Everything that you see that they've been doing in movies, they're supposed to tell you what they're going to do to you so the karma doesn't come back to them, which is why it's necessary for you to have the courage, like you, to tell the truth, to tell you what they're going to do to you is ready to happen. Everything that you see that they've been doing in movies, they're supposed to tell you what they're going to do to you so the karma doesn't come back to them, which is why it's necessary for you to have the courage, like you, to tell the truth, to tell the people what time it is.
So right there, that's the reason why I was trying to tell y'all that this is the reason why they show you the truth in those movies. Is a karma thing, karmatic thing. You see what I'm saying? These people, these, well, whatever you want to call them, they understand the laws of the universe. So they must tell you the truth and what they're planning on doing to you, and also what they are doing. And for the ones that's woke like myself, because this is my calling, my duty and my mission is to warn you, to wake up the ones that are called and ordained, aka chosen, 144 or whatever, to wake up from out of the slumber and to let you know and remind you that, nigga, we at war. Wake your punk ass up for the 93 shot. Rich, 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 wake your punk ass up for the 93 shot. We at war. People being gang stalked. They coming for you, Rich. Wake your punk ass up. So that's why they show you in the movies. Not that they want to, but because they have to. So that way you can't say that, oh, I didn't know. Hey, we showed you. We done told you. We done put it in the cartoons. We done put it in the movies. We done put it in the commercials. We put it everywhere. We even gave you I call them conscious plants. You know what I'm saying? Because we got a lot of those conscious plants out here. People that's telling the truth, but they're still bought and sold by these so-called entities that's running the so-called Truman Show that we live in down here on planet Earth. Now, if there was no such thing as karma backlash or something, then they probably wouldn't tell you nothing. Because at the end of the day, they don't want you to know this shit. You see what I'm saying? Because the whole agenda is to keep you enslaved anyway. To keep you being their bitch. You see what I'm saying? That's what they want. So yeah, if it wasn't no karma, wasn't no backlash, they wouldn't tell you nothing. But since it's a universal law, they have to tell you. But what they do is they give it to you in movies, they give it to you in cartoons, they give it to you in animations. You know what I'm saying? They put it in these comedy show, whatever you see on TV. Even go watch X Files. There's so much truth in that. So much truth. You know what I mean? So, that's how they gotta give it to you. They gotta give it to you on that type of level, because it's better to hide stuff in your face. That's why I came up with the other channel called Truth in Plain Sight. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what they do. That's the best way to hide something. Truth in plain sight, something right in your face. So they give it to you and they just still hope that you don't even see it. You know what I'm saying? But then the ones that do see it, like myself and like you, if you're watching my channel, you're going to be targeted. Because they don't want you to wake up the people. Wake up, Richie. Richie, wake up. We at war. I know some of y'all scared of that though. That's the Eye of Horus. You need that. You need that so you can expel these wicked entities that's coming at you. You see what I'm saying? You gotta understand that this is a spiritual warfare, right? How come y'all ain't got your Eye of Horus? You scared of that. You scared of that, but you'll claim that you down. This is spiritual warfare. You a spiritual individual. You ain't spiritual. You religious. You know what I'm saying? But I'm only talking to the ones that scared of these symbols, because there's a lot of y'all out there that's all y'all scared. Y'all scared of those symbols. Y'all call that Illuminati, and you don't even understand that Illuminati only means illuminated, light, illumination. I am the illuminated Illuminati chosen one, the Messiah, the Christ, Christos. I am the illumin. I'm the real Illuminati because I'm the one that's woke. I'm the lighthouse. You come to me to be rescued when you trapped out there on the big body of ocean. So don't be scared of this. Embrace that. But anyway,
You have to do that because the spirit, to have the courage like you to tell the truth, why it's necessary for you to have the courage like you to tell the truth, to tell the people what time it is. You have to do that because the spirit, if you go in, you notice the people who get taken out are the ones who cut a deal with these bastards. The ones who essentially go in, if you even take on their platform, and if you go with where it is they go and you sign a contract with them or you do things, and then you want to come out and you want to start telling tales, nah, you speak from where you are, where the people are. You don't go into there, he says, my father used to say, you need to get in there and get them from the inside out. And I'm saying that ain't never worked. It ain't never worked because by the time you get in there, you're so damn polluted and you're so damn confused by everybody that's in there. You can't trust anybody. You can't trust nobody anymore. You can't trust Biden for damn sure, and you can't trust Trump because let's just say.
and what he's saying is, when he backing it up, so when he's saying how, the people that get taken out because they got inside, like for example, we can use Tupac. Let's just be real. Tupac was signed with those record labels. Then Tupac turned around and signed with Death Row. And you already know Suge Knight was down with the Beast. Tupac used to wear the Baphomet. People were scared of that, you know what I'm saying? Back then, of course, I didn't know. I ain't had no idea what the Baphomet was back in that time, back in the 90s. I was asleep. You know what I'm saying? So Tupac was also a part of this club as well. And for those that know me, know that I'm I grew up listening to Tupac, you know what I'm saying? One of the best, back in that time, one of the realest living still to this day, you know what I'm saying? But of course, over the years, a lot of stuff that was in the dark came out into the light. And I didn't realize that back then that he was also a part of that brotherhood. And of course, back then I didn't even know anything about no brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know about no Black Boule and all these secret societies and these fraternities and, sororities. I didn't know nothing about this back in the 90s. I wasn't doing my homework. You see what I'm saying? But these brothers probably did. I mean, I don't know. I'm pretty sure he knew. Of course, Phil knew. I don't know about Brother Rich. You know what I'm saying? I really don't know his history. But one thing I can honestly say, Brother Rich is from New York. And if those that know about New York, you know that conscious people was born, they breed in New York. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure he was already woke at a young age. You know what I'm saying? See, me, I told you I was indoctrinated. You know what I'm saying? They had me under the mind control spell. Jesus on the main line type stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know. The Easter Bunny coming to town, Santa Claus coming down the chimney and all that shit. Yeah, I was caught up in all that. And I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all are too. A lot of y'all still are. But what he's talking about is you don't do that. You don't get signed to these record labels, get in with the beats, and then try to tell the truth. Because you already know it's going to backfire. They're going to get you. You see what I'm saying? Because once you sign those contracts, you sign that's your ass, Mr. Postman. That's like a death certificate. You sign those contracts to be to shut up. You can't even speak. So when you do speak about it, you get dealt with. And that's the reason why these bots don't tell you about the gang stalking. You see what I'm saying? That's why they can't tell you nothing. Because they know. They gotta know. Come on now. They have to know. They have to know something. They have to know what the fuck they done did. And what they're up against. For them not to say anything. And just constantly do the crap that they do, and then when you confront them about it, they sit there and gaslight you. You know what I'm saying? So, it has to be, some shit that they know that, okay, I done signed this contract. I done signed these disclosure forms. I got to keep my mouth shut because I know who I'm dealing with. I know that this is law enforcement. I know that this is CIA, this is FBI. So I can't say shit. So, and at the same time, these motherfucking bots, they're willing to even, I guess, take an ass whooping or get shot in the ass or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because because anything can happen. You can snap out, and do what you want to do to them, to these bots. People do it all the time. This shit happens all the time. Every time you see somebody snapping out on the news, you don't know what the hell, how that came about. You don't know. You see what I'm saying? You don't know. You don't know what's going on. You only know what these people are telling you on the news. But there's people being targeted, and there's a lot of shit that's going down out here in these streets. And really nobody knows the truth but the people that's playing out the role.
Today, everything you see going on is the tail wagging the dog. The tail is wagging the dog. We don't have a government. Our government is overseas. I'll leave that there for you. Our government is overseas. The dog. We don't have a government. Our government is overseas.
And who that? Shout out to gang stalking numbers. Bro. So I got nothing but love for you, bro, man. But you got to cut it out, man, with this called Congress shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Just cut it out, dog. You know what I'm saying? You really think that these motherfuckers gonna stop this type of program? You see how? I mean, just for you to even think that. If you're thinking like that, that right there just let me know that you still got to be blue pill. You still don't know what the fuck is going on. This shit is gigantic, dog. You know how many bodies that's in this program? It's so many people that died in this program way before us. that we got into this shit, right? We in this program right now. You gotta understand all these other people that came before us and then got cut off from this program. And you think that, they gonna stop this shit right now and reveal so much dirt that happened in the past? And people think that they're gonna get lawsuits and shit? We're talking national fucking security. National fucking security, people. So for you to be thinking that somebody gonna save you from Congress, you're blue pilled. You got a lot more research to do. You know what I'm saying? You need to go ahead, man, and just do your homework. You got to do your homework. I would start at Zeitgeist, watch Zeitgeist 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Watch They Live about 10 times. Watch Truman Show. Watch Matrix. Watch my breakdown on the Matrix. I done did a couple years ago. Cut it out, bro. And anybody else that's out there. You know what I'm saying? For all you people that still thinking some G's are going to come back and get you, you're blue pill. If you think Congress going to save you, you're blue pill. If you think Obama coming back, you're definitely blue pill. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody come back to save your punk ass. I'm just here to tell you that.
And I'll leave that there for government. Our government is overseas.
You ain't even got a government.
And I'll leave that. Have a government. Our government is overseas. And I'll leave that there for you.
I'm gonna leave right there for him too.
Yeah, man, it can seem a little scary when you see what's going on, and it can seem a little scary when you see. Yeah, man, it can seem a little scary when you see what's going on, and you
see, and this is the reason why Richie don't talk about conspiracies, because it seems a little bit scary. Is you scared, Rich? I understand, man, player. I understand, man. You're scared. If you're scared, man, say you're scared. You know what I'm saying? This is the reason why I tuned in. Because he got Phil on here. Because I know Phil gonna come with the conspiracies. You see what I'm saying? Bobby come with the conspiracies. These new niggas today, I got nothing but love for Rich. But these niggas be running from the conspiracies, man. And they know damn well the old heads came with the conspiracy. We ain't just talking metaphysics. You know what I'm saying? Phil, Bobby, they ain't just talking metaphysics. These cats want to keep it on the metaphysical level. We want to talk history, but they want to ignore the conspiracies. They don't want to talk about the conspiracies. Red pill, blue pill, you know. They don't want to talk about conspiracies. Red pill even said it. Oh no, them niggas are strange to me. They don't want to talk. They don't want to talk conspiracies. They get shadow banned. Their channel get demonetized. They can't buy no milk for the babies. No applesauce.
see. I mean, it can seem a little scary when you see what's going on, and you see. I mean, and I know there's good to come after all of this, but right now, Doc, when you look at everything that's going on, it's like, wow. What's your thoughts on the election? What do you see happening right now with
I think we're being played. I think we're watching a magnificent production of the Hegelian dialectic. The entire United States of America has been co-opted. Period. And any elections that you see happening today are being orchestrated. The puppet master, which we're going to speak about on the 14th. You think this getting crazy now? Boy, you have no idea what I wish I could speak on right now. But I can tell you that these elections, all of the lower state elections that you're looking at right now, everything that you see coming from maybe congressmen or assemblymen and so forth going up to mayor, they don't worry about that. Not unless the district has enough of a voting block to cause a little bit of problems. But from the governor all up, don't even think about it. You ain't got no powers for that. All that's orchestrated.
Oh, yeah, my fault, Doc. All right, I'm here. Yeah, my fault, Doc.
It's all right. It's all right.
Oh man, all right. Doc, let me ask you.
Brother Richton stepped off
real quick. Let me ask you. Do you ask? I don't know if I asked Lord Strayhorn this or who I asked this. Is the IRS? Are these MFers still going to be around 5-10 years from now? The IRS.
Yeah, that's a good question because they're talking about the so-called quantum financial system.
Yeah.
UFS. I've been knowing about that since I would say 1993, 94, when it used to be the farm claims. It went from the farm claims to NASARA, then from NASARA to GESARA, and from GESARA to the quantum financial system. And the NASARA, GESARA is the new quantum financial system that's supposed to be clicked in, but I believe that too is a red herring that they're playing us off with, and I don't see any indication of that changing anything yet. You see, nothing changes, especially with a dynamic like that, without trauma. without some kind of big explosion. And that's why when I say that that so-called explosion, that big time, the big reveal.
Mm-hmm.
All of the northern states have to worry about a big reveal, if you want to look at it
Mm.
that way, because New York, Chicago, California, they need something huge. If Donald Trump gets in, if anything looks like the people feel that they're going to get control back, there's going to have to be some kind of nuclear event
Mm.
that's going to shift the attention away from what the people now are paying attention to. People are paying too much attention to the fact that their rights are being taken away. The people are paying too much attention to the fact that they're being medically genocided. The people are paying too much attention to the fact that the education system has been taken over by perverts.
Mm.
The people are paying too
Literally.
much attention to the fact that the government is a greedy collections of sons of bitches that have no care about who and what you are. They're all compromised.
All of them, even
They're
Congress.
compromised because your boy Epstein was taking pictures of them, messing around with little girls and little boys. And those who didn't want to do it, they were threatened. Their families were threatened. They had guns to their heads. They had families that were there at the time, and they were shown people holding on to their family as hostages while they did this and were on cameras.
You know, Doc, I'm glad I can ask you a question like this because I can't ask it to some people. Be like, "What the hell are you talking about, Brother Rich?" You mentioned nuclear. Now, from what I understand, the extraterrestrials told Eisenhower, or whoever, don't let off no more nuclear after the atom bomb. They was like, y'all don't do that no more. Y'all do that no more. We coming to shut shit down.
Right.
So this is why we haven't seen any nuclear attacks. So talk to me about that. Were they warned not to use nuclear weapons by extraterrestrials?
Supposedly, they were warned by people who came from out of one bubble into our bubble and told them what that would do to weaken the nuclear bombs. When what they do is, it's not so much the bomb itself, but the frequency it sets off. And what it does is it causes the integrity of the dome to weaken. That's why when they were shooting all these nukes at the dome, and forgot the name of the operations, but a lot of the brothers and sisters can refresh my memory on that. But they were visited at the time by people who came from other domes and told them, "What are you, bunch of goddamn fools? Because you're gonna start the flood all over again. What you think that thing is that you see going across the sky that you call the Milky Way? That's a suture that was patching up the dome that caused the so-called Great Flood that everybody talked about."
Man, get out of here.
Yeah,
Get out of here.
yeah. It was the goddess. They say it was the goddess. I forgot the name of the goddess, but we're going to talk about her in my new book. I don't know if you saw. I had a chance to introduce my new some of the pages of my new book in Brother King Simon's. What do you call it? And if you want, maybe in the next one we do, I can show you the pages of my new book called Cosmic Codex.
Mm.
But the Japanese coded in their esoteric information that the name of the goddess that helped to create the suture that you see running across the sky, what her name was, the Kemites called her Nu.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you see her with the stars in her body,
Mm-hmm.
and that's her. That's the Milky Way.
Mm-hmm.
You see, and that's where they were talking about the Earth at that time was actually Geb, which was a male, not a female.
Mm.
The Earth, according to the what do you call it? She was actually giving birth at that time she was giving birth to a whole new paradigm of humanity at that time. And so what we're looking at as far as nuclear weapons, They even more dangerous weapons around than nuclear weapons. Nuclear weapons, the ones that they have today, are more centered in sound frequencies and light frequencies. And these new lasers, they got new lasers, weapons that they got something called a rail gun that the Navy has that can take down the entire pyramid. They showed it to you in one of those movies with the robots. What do you call
iRobot.
No, I'm talking about the robots. Robots in disguise.
What,
Oh,
Transformers?
Transformers.
Transformers.
Transformers showed a railgun, and they showed it to you in one of Schwarzenegger's movies called The Eraser. They keep showing you the weapons they have.
Right,
They
right,
keep showing.
right,
You hear what he
right.
said? They keep
Railgun,
showing
they had
you.
the special
Right.
They keep showing you the weapons they
Right.
They
have.
have more dangerous stuff than they have than their nuclear weapons. They don't need the nuclear weapons. They can threaten with the nuclear weapons, but we have sick people already in place. And the thing is, the people I'm talking about in the deep state have already placed nuclear weapons throughout the entire United States. That's why they can control the government. Because they can set them off at any time in one of these big cities. They already stopped one that they had in New York City. That time when they faked some type of, they told you that they were going to run a kind of a practice run against or breakdown of Ebola or something. I think it happened about 10 years ago, 10 years ago, when the whole of New York City was under this whole siege. And they were actually, going around the bridges. They had locked off and blocked off, and they were pretending it was a kind of a practice run, and it wasn't a practice run. They were looking for a goddamn nuke. The same nuke that they set off the ocean of Japan that caused that tsunami that took over 200,000 lives. That was to bring Japan to heel. And what did you see on the stage? Japan came over to the person, and we're going to talk about who that person was if you want, and actually knelt down to show supplication to the people who set the goddamn nuke off. And they have these small nukes. They have these small type nukes that can actually stop tsunamis.
Man, Doc, I'm excited about this webinar. I want to see what you got to say, Doc.
So I'm telling you, bro, it's going to be. Well, the first thing we're going to do is give you the history. You got to have the history before the mystery.
Yeah.
I don't understand who, what, when. That's why I laid it down. Who, what, when, where, why. The how is when we're going to start dealing. But the who, what, when, and where is going to be history. Some people are bored with history. They don't want to hear history. Yeah. That's the reason why we're going through the crap that we're going through right now.
Right.
But some people want to pay attention to who is behind it, what's behind it, why, what's their motivation, what's going down. Why are we now crazy over in the East? Nobody's paying attention to how everything started and who was involved in it. Michael Bradley told you in 2 of his books what time it was.
Let me ask you, we about to wrap it up, Doc. Once again, for those who, we got over 3,000 people here, there's a link to Dr. Valentine's webinar pinned at the top of the chat. For those who've coming in late, there's a lot of things this brother cannot say on YouTube, Facebook, a lot of different social media sites. He has been banned. My channel has been suspended from having him on here saying certain things. So the best thing for this brother to do is to have these private webinars where people who are willing to invest in what's really going on in their future could join. So if you are interested, and like I said, if you appreciate this conversation, the link is pinned at the top of the chat. All right?
Let's say this, beloved.
Yeah.
This is, of course, until the 30th of this month. The present price is the discount. Okay, and the 31st is going back.
Well, I'm going to stop it, y'all. If y'all want me to, wait, I don't know how much time he got left. He ain't gonna. It's almost over anyway. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Send this video to whoever you want to send it to. Post it up on your channel. Share it, get the word out, man. You know what I'm saying? There's a war going on outside. No man is safe from. I don't care if you're 3 feet or 8'1". That's Cameron. Holla back.